Still on the local Black Stars. Joining me in the studio this afternoon to talk about Ghana's performance so far is Ampoful, Ankrah, a sports journalist and now with the Ministry of Youth and Sports. Thanks for joining us in the studio.
Thanks, Joel.
Are you impressed with the level of play so far, and do you think Ghana can go far?
There's always room for improvement, and I think against DR Congo, the Black Stars would have to raise their game. There's no doubt about that. I'm impressed. It depends. They've qualified to the quarterfinals, so that itself is progress. But I think maybe you're talking about the way they play. They'll need to raise their game, because against DR Congo, the Congolese to have this thing about playing Ghana. Anytime they meet Ghana, they also raise their game, and they beat Ghana. Remember, in the finals in the first edition in Ivory Coast by 2-0 after Ghana had beaten them in the group stages, DR Congo. So it is going to be a tough game, but if the Black Stars are able to raise the game and Coach Maxwell has options, plan A, plan B, maybe we can sell that and get to the semi-final.
Okay, this is a side that defeated us in the maiden edition of the CHAN in the finals, and obviously they would pose a big threat. Do you think with the return of Yaya Mohammed, is any good news to go by? Is he improving the way we watched him play against Libya and the rest?
I think so, and this is a player who's unsung. I know a lot of criticism about his conversion rate, but to be fair to him, I think in this tournament he's shown that he has potential. So I'm even thinking, look, psychologically, Coach Maxwell can really challenge him and say, look, people are saying you have the potential, but try and be consistent, try and go the extra mile, try to be the best player in every match and help your team as a team player. And who knows, I can talk to Coach Kwesi Appiah to consider you for the Black Stars. I think that could be a psychological motivator for the player, and the coach could also use that to really, what's the word to use, challenge the player to give off his best. But I think he's been quite impressive, and if he gets supplies and his conversion rates are better, he could be a match winner in our next match.
Would you say there's any, player who is showing much signs of probably a Black Star call-up?
Well, I would resist the temptation of mentioning names, but I think if I've already talked about Yaya Mohammed,